Hi guys, and welcome back to another Tech Minds video. So have you ever wanted to learn how to use a Raspberry Pi, or learn how to create your very own applications, or integrate electronic devices like temperature sensors, light sensors, ultrasonic sensors, or pretty much any other type of electronic device to a Raspberry Pi? Well, if you're new to the Raspberry Pi, or even if you're a Pi veteran, this brand new product, the CrowPi3, is for you. Now, this is currently launched on Kickstarter at the time of making this video, and I'll leave a link to that down below. Now, the CrowPi3 is integrated with a Raspberry Pi 5 with plug-in support for the Pico, Arduino, and the Microbit single board computer. It contains over 30 sensors built in, already connected to the Pi or Pico/Arduino GPIO lines, so no messing around with wires if you want to start prototyping. A quick rundown of the included sensors and devices start off with an inbuilt camera, which there is an included AI face recognition example to try out once you get it powered on. An onboard microphone is included, along with a gyroscope and accelerometer sensors. Now, the Pi 5's GPIO pins are fully exposed, allowing you to prototype or connect any other devices you like. There's also an onboard 4.3-inch colour touchscreen. Now, in the box is just a very basic user's manual that covers how to install the included rechargeable batteries. Yep, you can either run this from a wall mains power supply, which is included, or 2 rechargeable batteries, which are also included. A wireless keyboard is also supplied, which again is fully rechargeable, so no messing around with batteries with that. Now, the CrowPi3 is enclosed in its own protective carry case, but we'll look at that in a moment. Now, continuing with what's included, we have a multitude of accessories here. Now, mine came with 2 micro SD cards, one labelled as game and the other as system. Now, the system SD card contains the operating system and all of the practical examples. Now, I'm not sure if these will be with the retail kit, but I'm sure if they're not, you should be able to download this once it's launched. Now, the supplied accessories cover things like NFC tags, DC motors, jumper link wires and resistors, an infrared remote control, a wireless mouse, which does actually need batteries, a couple of USB cables, a servo, like we find in radio control cars, a stepper motor, and a couple of gamepad controllers, similar to what you find on the old Nintendos. And there we have the rechargeable batteries and the mains wall adapter that I spoke about a moment ago. Now, as this is running a Pi 5, which is actually very power hungry, this is a 5V 5A power supply. Now, as we take off the protective lid, the array of sensors and screens show themselves. But to get started, we need to flip the CrowPi3 over and slide off this panel. Now, this exposes the Pi 5 itself and the battery holders for the 2 included rechargeable batteries. Now, fitting these are quite simple, and these are actually charged while the CrowPi3 is plugged into the included mains adapter. Now, for now, I'll install the micro SD card that I showed you a moment ago that's labelled as system. We can also see here down the bottom this little PCB, which takes 2 of those HDMI connections. Now, one of them will go off to the inbuilt display, and the other actually goes off to an external HDMI monitor port, which is on the side. I'll show you that in a moment. Now, down one side, we have a 3.5mm headphone socket, along with a volume toggle switch. There's also a round power button and that HDMI output that I mentioned a moment ago. There's also a USB-C out and a USB-C in and out. Now, the other side, where the Pi 5 is located, we have access to the Pi 5's Ethernet port, 2 USB 3 sockets and 1 USB 2 socket. Now, there's also a micro USB socket which is labelled as debug. Now, looking at it from the top, we find a nice cooling fan, and this sits just above the Pi 5. It doesn't appear to be PWM controlled, but it's still active and should provide ample cooling for that Pi 5 when it's in use. You can also see the Pi 5's GPIO header there, exposed for us to play around with. Now, each sensors or component that's built in has its details printed around it. Now, the text is a little small, but it's still very readable. If we move down the left side of the CrowPi3, we see a breadboard, which is great for prototyping your very own circuits. You can use the included jumper wires with this breadboard. The Pi Pico and Arduino sockets are also found in this lower location. The Microbit board also plugs in this location as well. I'll show you that a bit later. And I'd like to take a moment to thank JLCPCB for sponsoring this video. Now, JLCPCB provide easy, affordable and reliable PCB and PCBA solutions, empowering electronic engineers to develop projects efficiently. Now, JLCPCB website is extremely easy to use, and ordering PCBs from JLCPCB is effortless. Just simply upload your Gerber file to get an instant quote and place your order in minutes. It's as easy as shopping online. Now, you can get 1 to 8 layer PCBs for just $2, and with efficient large-scale production, this reduces cost and brings you unbeatable prices. Quality and lead time is highly reliable, and all in-house production ensures quality stability, especially with their strict quality control in every process. You can have your PCBs produced in less than 24 hours if you need them in a rush. Easy to use, affordable to make, and reliable to trust. You can always count on JLCPCB. Now, don't miss out JLCPCB's 6-layer PCB special. You can get $30 off with a coupon and enjoy top quality 6-layer PCBs for just $5. Thanks again to JLCPCB for sponsoring this video. Now, down the bottom middle, there's a rocker switch, there's 4 push buttons, there's some UART and stepper motor connections, there's the touch sensor we spoke about a moment ago, and the ultrasonic sensor. There's also a vibration device, an LED segment, a tilt center, and a 2-line LCD. Now, remember, all of these components that I've mentioned and that you can see on the top here, they are already connected inside. So if we move over to the right, we can see an RFID reader, relay terminals, output voltage, a flame sensor, a rotary encoder, a passive infrared receiver, a microphone, a buzzer, and a location where we can insert an infrared LED receiver. Up on the top right, we have an RGB matrix, which incidentally I've never really played around with. But next to this, there's a temperature sensor and humidity sensor, and also a light sensor and a hall sensor. The included 4.3-inch color touchscreen is mounted with a movable bracket, so you can kind of angle it to your liking. And the AI camera that I mentioned a moment ago is actually located across the top of that display. So powering on, we start to see a demo light show, which you can actually turn off if you like as a little switch towards the top. Now, the screen will now show the CrowPi3 booting up. However, the actual software on the system SD card contains a custom menu, which cannot be easily seen with that 4.3-inch screen. So to cover the software, I'll connect the external HDMI connection that I showed you a moment ago to a video capture card. Now, in the real world, you would most likely need to connect this to a larger external monitor and use the touchscreen for other applications that will fit on a 4.3-inch screen. Now, the main menu looks like this. Now, behind this, it's a cut-down version of the Raspberry Pi operating system. Now, the menu consists of 2 controls, and this allows you to select the section you require. There's many options within these menus. For example, there are configurations for Pi Pico, Arduino, AI learning, and even playing some games. Of course, you can still get to the desktop by closing this menu. So the right side of the menu, we can select projects, which will run pre-configured applications that are already connected to the required sensors. So for example, if we select this Hello application and then switch back to the CrowPi3 itself, and then when I say hello, hello will be printed on the 2-line LCD. Hello. Now, the next example here is an intrusion alarm, which makes use of the PIR sensor and the buzzer. Now listen to what happens when I move closer to the CrowPi3. The next example here is called environment monitoring, and this uses the included temperature and humidity sensor. And as we can see here, the results are shown on the 2-line LCD. Now remember that each of these examples did not require any wiring. All of these sensors are already connected to the Pi 5. Now the next example makes use of the onboard tilt sensor and the RGB matrix display on the top right. Tilting the whole device one way or the other will make the RGB matrix show an arrow pointing in the direction that the device is tilting. Now this next example is quite interesting. It uses the ultrasonic sensor and the LCD, and when I hold my hand over that ultrasonic sensor, the distance between the sensor and my hand will be shown on the display. So another example uses the light sensor. The light level value will be shown on the LCD, and if the light level drops to a certain level, then the RGB matrix has been programmed to shine in bright white light, a bit like what you'd find on the side of your house. For a bit of fun, you can even play Tetris using the inbuilt joystick, touch sensor, and the RGB matrix. It even uses the internal speaker to play the Tetris theme music. Now this is just a bit of fun, but it is showing us how we can integrate an analog input to control response output to other devices. Now as these are all examples and are applications already built and compiled, maybe you want to see how they're built. If you load one of the IDEs, you're presented to log into the CrowPi knowledge base, which will guide you through over 200 different courses. Of course, you will need an internet connection for this to work, but once registered and connected, you can browse through all of these courses. Now they're laid out in such a way that they're easy for anyone to follow and understand. Once you've selected a course, the course details are on the right. On the left side is where you find the IDE for the chosen programming language. Now this allows you to type in the code as you work your way through that course. Now by the end of each course, you'll be able to run your code and actually see it working. Now the Microbit board has its own section within this software, and all of the programming in these examples are performed with the Python language. If you plug in an Arduino, then you can use the pre-installed Arduino IDE to create applications from the example courses. Now there's so much learning that can be done with the CrowPi3, covering many types of devices and many types of programming languages. You're also not limited to what comes in this system SD card. You can of course image your own SD card with an operating system of your choice and still have access to all of those available sensors. You can even add your own sensors or devices if you wish by prototyping using the included breadboard. Now there's so much more to this than what I've covered in this video, so if you want to see an example of something I've not shown, then let me know in the comments below. Now we'll leave an exclusive link down below to the Kickstarter page so you can find out more information about the CrowPi3 or back the project to become one of the first in the world to own this cool and educational Pi 5 Cyberdeck. Anyway guys, something different and something interesting. Of course you can still integrate all of this with amateur radio or any kind of radio project. It's all down to your imagination. Anyway guys, thanks for watching and I'll see you guys in the next video.